Hello everybody, my third video. Since it's a nice day, spring 2021, we're still suffering from COVID and it's sunny. I was out with my kid having fun, great day. So I want to feel a bit productive, I want to be productive and make a new video. I started once to make some videos for YouTube and then I stopped and started. I wasn't sure, should I make a channel or not, or why, blah, blah, blah. And then I watched one of those. He's actually not a guru, but you know those motivation speakers on TikTok, YouTube, whatever, Instagram, Facebook, you have them everywhere. 99% of them are complete BS. Don't watch them, don't lose your time. It's really. But there is this one guy, Gary V. Probably you know him. He's great. I like him. He doesn't give shit about everything. He tells how stuff is. And I like to listen to what he says. And he's quite right in some stuff. And yeah, this guy made some clout. Yeah, that's the expression, clout. And yeah, so why do I make this? I'm 46. I was employed for over 20 years as an IT engineer. I have a master degree, computer science, blah blah blah. Who cares? But I want, since it's 2021, my father died December 2020. He turned 65. He died of complications of COVID. He wasn't a sick person. His health was good. There was nothing actually special that could provoke that he dies from COVID, and it was very surprising. Like, what the hell? What happened? Why? Hey, 65. He was healthy, no special issues, nothing. His blood sugar level was a bit higher, but he wasn't diabetic or something. He was in good health. He was everything. And then he got COVID, and it was bad. One day bad, good, blah, 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 up and down. And then all of a sudden, in 24 hours, from one day to another, in the morning, he died. COVID caused, what's the name? Infarct. Infarct. His heart. Infarct. I don't know the English expression for infarct. Maybe I need to translate. I know, but infarct. Translate. I know, heart attack. My God, I watch in the camera. I know, I actually know a lot of English, and I can't speak. But sometimes heart attack. So he died of a heart attack. It was COVID who enforced the heart attack after over 3 weeks of fighting. 3 weeks. He was 3 weeks fighting with COVID. So he died at 65. He had probably 20 more years to live. At least 20. Nobody knows when you're going to die. Some people know it, cancer or something like that, and they know 3 months, 6 months, for 2 years. Who knows? And this is very sad. And yeah, nobody knows. And maybe that's good, that's bad. I don't know. But But yeah, my ex-wife writing. Sorry. Where I was, yeah. I had a great day today with my son. It was fun with him. He's special. He does stuff that makes you laugh. Just even if you're angry at your kid sometimes because they do some shit, at the end they're just funny. They're kids. So, so I was asking myself, why do I do this channel? Not only to put my knowledge, my what I think about the world, what I think is right, what is wrong, what to recommend or not to recommend for other people, but also to leave something for my son. Maybe one day he's going to watch this. Maybe, never know how technology is going to develop, but I think it's not bad to leave at least something. If I can't leave him some millions and millions of dollars, gold, cryptocurrency or whatever, maybe I can leave him at least some knowledge. I will teach him everything, but as today you don't know when you're going to die, yeah, let's try it with leaving your message to your who's ever important over YouTube. Maybe also, I don't know, maybe also YouTube is going to disappear one day. Maybe there's going to be another platform. Nobody knows, but let's try it. Maybe YouTube will going to be, oh, this is what the old, like long play records today, but they came back actually. There was one time nobody wants long play, then there was CD, MP3, blah blah blah, and now again long play records are now like nice thing to have. The sound is special, so maybe it's one day it's going to be YouTube. It was so special looking at YouTube. There is still all the videos somewhere. So maybe I hope he's going to watch my videos and think, yeah, he's right. Or I hope also that he doesn't need to watch them again, because that I'm going to live as long as I can to teach him stuff. Nobody knows. So, where did I go? Yeah, for all your vaccine conspiracy, no vaccine, blah blah stuff. My father would live if he would have the vaccine at that time. In December there was no vaccine. It was in January 21 when they started to give vaccines. So please, no conspiration BS about vaccines, chipping or whatever, doing some conspiracy. Just please don't forget it. I'm even my mother, who's still alive, fortunately, she doesn't want to have a vaccine because she gets over Viber, over WhatsApp, all these conspiracy theorists about, they're going to the mark of the devil, they're going to put a chip inside us. You carrying anyway a bloody GPS chip, whatever, 24/7, you're giving all your information out to Facebook and everything. It's up to you how you handle your personal data from day one as you turn on by a smartphone. So don't get me about that they need to vaccine us with something, some chip inside, some special technology to follow us. They're following us already. It's up to you what you do with your data now. If you give it for free, you can turn off. You can turn off internet, don't use it, it's up to you. But you can't stop technology, you can't stop development, but you can adapt and you can use it. So, where I was, what I'm going to tell to my son. What bothers me still this is relationship. I was married once for over 8 years, then I got divorced, and I got to know this my former second wife, my other wife, that I have the kid with her, and at the start everything was great. We did understand us. There was a small issue that there was a, or how you call it, red flag. For me now it was a red flag, that she had some, no, let's call it not relationship, but contact with the guy. But since the guy wasn't out of in the same country, so they just did a lot of chatting, a lot of this and that, but he never bothered actually to meet with her, to you know, to get together and to see if they match or not or whatever. So we started a relationship for a few years. Everything was going great, and she was in her 30s. I was already in my 40s. I'm 46 now, and I turned 40 actually. And what happened? And yeah, I want also. She wanted a kid. I want a kid. Everything great. Great. But as we weren't still married, and there was some red flags, but I ignored them. For men or for women, whatever. If your opposite one, while man, woman, doesn't get along with their parents, sister, brother, not if if she doesn't get along, if they always for years in a fight, she doesn't, or he doesn't, in my case, she doesn't talk with them, she doesn't do this and that with them, she always fighting with them when she talks, it's a red flag. It's a bloody red flag. But I ignored this. I was also thinking, yeah, she's in her 30s, I'm getting 40. Hey, she's a woman. She's not a girl anymore. She's a woman. She wants a kid. She wants family. She wants some stability. I could offer this stability. And we married. And I ignored a lot of stuff, just thinking that her mindset is ready for this. But I was so in love and I ignored so much that I actually ignored that her mindset isn't at all for something stable, because she is unstable and still delusional in some way person. But don't get me wrong, bad wives don't necessarily are bad mothers. I think she's a great mother to our son. I don't have any issues with that or doubts. But as a wife, and you actually depends on your wife. I still didn't read. I opened up a web page. It's from 2018. It was I don't know how I got even to this site. I don't know, I searched for something else, but no. Those psychology says that the secret to your success is who you marry. So if it's the secret to your success, it's also the secret if you fall down because you married the wrong person. So, what went wrong and what I didn't see? Before my father died, and I was already we split it. I was living in another apartment. My wife stayed with the kid and everything. And my father told me, for my future, don't save a woman. Don't save her. Because if she's in the problems that she actually created herself, that her mindset created, that she is like, you know, everybody is different, everybody is like that. Don't save her. Don't try to be the good guy who saves her. Don't, because I gave and I brought into this relationship that much, and she brought nothing. She brought herself and the will to have kids, but else nothing, except promise. Promise that not even one promise actually she kept. Because as soon as I got into problems, and also it's my fault, it's okay with it, but as soon as I got into really deep problems, it showed how she really is. She didn't care less. She had the kid, she had to care about the kid, that's okay. I'm completely happy about that. But for me, and supporting me or everything, zero. When you're in your worst problems, it shows who your friend really is and who not. And the worst thing that you can experience is that your wife, that you married, that you loved, that you have kids with, all of a sudden isn't at all the person you thought she was. Because when we still weren't married, it was a great relationship, I think, at least. What showed me this? Why did I think this? Because when we went on holidays and everywhere, and I didn't mind also to pay for the holidays, and I didn't mind. I had enough money, I had everything. Why not getting to it? In the holidays, we were great together. No fights, fun. Everything was great. There was, at least when you're in a relationship with a woman or whoever, in the holidays it shows, can you guys work or be together or not? Because I saw couples fighting in holidays and splitting up after the holidays together so much time. But it was unbelievable. It worked great. It was great. We had fun. We had everything. We have the same, at least I was thinking that we have the same mindset, that we think of stuff, that we like stuff together. We can talk. We can everything. It was just great. So I wanted to marry this woman. I wanted to have kids with this woman, and she wanted also to marry me and having kids. So we married, we got kids, we got together. After my son was 1.5 years old, I got in deep trouble doing something, and this is another story. On one part, I understand that she was angry at me, okay, but exactly this time showed how much does she really love me. She didn't love me at all. Zero. When I got in trouble, after just 3 months, she went for another guy. And the worst thing is, this other guy You know, you you expect the woman to find somebody better than you, cleverer, more money, more some whatever. Nothing. This neck-tattooed idiot who has idiotic work, and please don't get me wrong, blue collar, you call this blue collar work, I think. Hey, those are very important people. I don't underestimate everything, but this idiot, he went for a married woman with a kid. She found him because he does tattoos. She tattooed herself all of a sudden like I don't have also nothing against tattoos, but if this guy is tattooed from his fingers up to his neck, and he's a part-time tattoo artist, he actually isn't an artist at all. He just colors, you know, he puts those what's the name of those pictures on the skin, and then he colors it out, and you actually can see who's a good tattoo artist and who's just a good colorist and this everything. And I don't like him at all, because he pretends that he's a tough guy, everything, and I catched him pretending he's a tough guy, and he know how tough I am, and I think he shitted a bit in his pants, but my wife still keeps him around. Why? Because he's even if he has neck tattoos and everything, he's a perfect beta male, what you call today. He's like, he jumps, she says jump, and he asks how high. And probably this guy can't get another woman, so he got this chance with my from ex-wife, and now he's jumping around her, and she treats him probably like shit, and and having her issues, because soon she's also going to be 40 and older. Nobody gets younger, and everything. And I think even he can't have his own kids, but this is another issue. I don't know, maybe he's a good guy. I don't like him. I don't like him to be around my son. I don't like the influence. I don't like beer drinking, white trash, neck tattooed idiots. Yeah, he's something like white trash, but yeah. And she got down to the level of a white trash. It's maybe a bit hard to tell it like this, but it is like it is. And I'm still asking, I don't understand it. Does she does it because she knows she's making me angry with this stuff? And I don't know, maybe they split up now, or maybe she got a bit clever, or her brain started to work. I really don't know. But let's go back. Don't, if you see red flags, if a man or woman doesn't get along with her family, is self-absorbed, egoistic, she first, or he first, and everything like this, and you bringing lots of your whatever you have in the relationship, but the other person doesn't bring nothing into the relationship, run. You're going to suffer. If you don't leave it, then you're going to suffer probably for years. Believe me. Watch out who you marry. Your success, especially if you get older, your happiness, everything depends on the person you spend or you marry. You spend time or you marry. So watch out for this. This I will teach my son also. And again, she's a great mother. but a hell of a wife. And the worst thing is, like, not on my father only, but also a friend of mine told, like, when we still didn't marry, he told me, hey, but she's fake. She's faking how she is and everything. And I was, hey, how can you fake so long somebody? You can't fake how you are. At least at some point your mask fall down in a relationship, and or probably I was even so much in love that I was blind. But they go, hey, but she's fake. And I was like, no, it's not possible. You can't be fake so long, to be in a relationship with somebody and you can't fake it. No, yeah, she's fake. No, she's not that what she pretends to be. She's like, and unfortunately he was right. She is egoistic, self-absorbing, doesn't care at all, and doesn't go even for better stuff. She goes even for, I don't know, why it's still a big question in my head. Why the hell? Because of the tattoos? Is this hot? If you look like my son, even if he draws on the wall, something looks even better what he has on his body. And he's even, I'm 6'2", he's like 5 foot something. But maybe she deserves such a guy. Maybe, I don't know, or it's just because he's a puss boy. Like, there is this one guy, Filion. I like him very much. He's great. He's a puss boy. And yeah, he's a puss boy. You know, everybody who pretends to be tough and shits in his pants when tough gets going, he's a puss boy. Unfortunately, sometimes violence is not a solution, so I'm not violent or something. I'm angry, but not violent. I'm angry also on myself, because I married her. I gave everything. I shared everything I have with her. And what I got back is when I love this 2.5 Men series. There is so much truth in it. And when two people split up, and when you see that everybody still is your friend, but nobody wants to have business with her, then you know who's the good and who's the bad person. then actually it shows, oh wait, okay, I'm probably the better part of it. And the other person will tell, yeah, I don't need your friends, or I don't need those friends, or whatever. You know why. Yeah, nobody will admit that they're an idiot. That nobody will admit that he is the asshole. Yeah, every person, even I, there is some part that you are an asshole, but there is also a good part of you, especially if after a split divorce everybody still wants to have business and be friends with you, but like, oh great that you're not anymore with that person, then you know. A friend of mine, even actually his wife, he got married, he didn't forbid her to be with her, but he told her, no, don't, just just forget her. But don't get me wrong, there are great couples, not everybody's going to get divorced. I know, I have a friend of mine, a couple, they have 3 kids, they're for years together, they support each other, it's just wonderful. And this is actually what I wanted also that I have, but yeah, I was stupid. And I will try at least not to be stupid again. So I'm trying also to teach you. So look for red flags. One of them, and one very, as long a woman doesn't get along with her family, you know it's a big red flag, at least. What your sexual kinks are with together, if you're a good couple, you can have whatever sex you like to have together, and all this you can enjoy it because you match and you have the, you know, it works. It just works. If you have the trust, if you really love each other, if you want to have fun, you're going to have fun. You're going to get all together. You're going to have kids, everything. But if you make mistakes and don't see that the other person is just actually the first, second, 1 to 10 is she, her, self, and I, and then somewhere you are, then you come up there somewhere, then run, just run. There is also the, what's his name, comedian Chris Rock, and it's a joke, but it's not a joke, when he told guys, why your wife is so angry at you? Because you're the second choice. You were not the first choice. You were the second choice. And yeah, there is a lot of truth. Great comedians actually just tell the truth, but they tell it like if you present somebody the truth, and it's sometimes tragic and fun are sometimes so near next to each other. Yeah, Chris Rock, great guy. And C.K. Lewis. Those two comedians are like, great. So, watch for red flags. Watch with who, watch with who you get married, because your success can depend very much of it. But if you're the wealthy guy already bringing and sharing with somebody who actually never, ever bring something, because you know, at the end, what do you bring to the table? I brought everything. She just brought herself, and even this was okay. Herself, she doesn't have to be rich. She doesn't, but honesty. There was no honesty. There was no honesty from her side. She tricked me, used me somewhere, you know, and then when things go down and she tells you the reasons why she split it up with you, and you look at that person, man or woman, and the reasons are complete BS, actually. But you see that they're bringing just up those special, you know, the day in this month, this one time, you know, this one time, and then, you know, but there is no fault, never. A bad person will always be innocent. There is never their fault. They did never do something wrong. I admit when I do something wrong. I do say, yeah, I did wrong. I could do it better. I'm even sorry. I will try to do it better. Or please tell me what I do wrong. I like to know. You don't see everything by yourself. But if the other person is always thinking, yeah, there was never something wrong. She did always, or he did always, or she did everything right. There is always a issue with you, never an issue with her. It's always an issue with you, how you or what you. Then run. So you can be so much in love with somebody, and I was so much in love, and all this, but it was a big big, big mistake. You know, there is this expression, I don't know if this in every country, where you have the pink sunglasses. That means if you look at it, it's everything great and pink and it's just great. You look through those glasses and the world is great with this person. And you have to take them off, at least you have to force yourself to take them off and see how this person really is with you and what she brings to the table, and then decide marry or not marry, having kids, not marrying kids. I'm thanking her very much to have this great kid. I love my son, I love him, she loves him, she's a great mother and everything, but I was never hurt in my life. I had relationships, I was married, got divorced, but there was no fight, no nothing. There was also, the divorce was great. After 8 years, just didn't work anymore out. We split it up, and then I got remarried with the woman that I was thinking I'm going to stay my whole life, and that we have the same view of stuff and everything. But when you realize that she actually everything faking it just to keep you as the guy, because she knows I'm not violent, I would never hit her, I would never do something bad to her, I love the kid, I would do everything. Even now, I would do a lot of stuff for her because of the kid. And maybe this was the reason why she was faking all this to be with me, and then to have such stupid, unnecessary reasons, and to show in my worst time that she actually doesn't care less about me. Yeah. That can hurt, so don't get hurt. Watch before you do the next step in your relationship. Watch out. Money, I don't care about money. It's about how much you get hurt. How much does it hurt? This is the main issue. How much you loved somebody, and then you see all of a sudden, this is not the person that I was thinking she is the whole time, that she faked. She faked it. I'm not the great guy, but I do what I promise. I promise something and then I do it. And nobody is the great guy, nobody, also not woman is perfect woman, everything. But if you see that the other person always, it's your fault, you didn't do that, it's because of that you did it, because of that it was never her, nothing she did wrong, but always it's something that you did wrong. Run. You will lose money, earn wealth, lose wealth, up and downs in your life. But nothing that at least I think, can hurt you as much as that the person that you love hurts you. So I hope also my son, I will teach him to watch out who he has plans one day to marry or having kids or whatever. And I hope that she also doesn't want that he has a wife like she is the wife to me. She was the wife to me because it's her son, our son. And yeah, watch out, be clever. That's all for now. My third video. Have a nice day. Oh, sorry. I forgot to add something. So I'm editing now this video a bit. So I talked a lot about divorce, relationship, the good, the bad person, who's the good one, who's the bad one in the relationship, who's using you, what you bring to the table, what the other person brings to the table in a relationship, and that I will teach my son actually to watch in future time for this stuff. What I want to be sure that you know, especially men, because I'm a man, bad wife doesn't not necessarily isn't necessarily a bad mother. My ex-wife is a great mother to our kid. I'm happy with this part. I'm not just happy what kind of wife she was to me. Maybe I'm repeating myself, maybe not, but in a relationship, and when the reasons are that she or he leaves you or whatever are some kind of funny, and if you're a certain age, you actually know exactly if somebody just making stuff up. The difference from a male perspective from a side, there was one issue that she told me, yeah, you're not requesting enough times sex. So there is the issue with this. Men, we ask for sex. Women choose with who they want to have sex. So this is a big difference. And a big difference in society, in whatever, how you are as a man and everything. You're stronger than a woman. You could be also a violent guy, whatever. So men always actually, a normal man asks his female partner for sex, and she chooses. So what bothered me in our relationship is, I think this, I got to see this often happens. There was like, yeah, you should ask me always for sex. You should ask me. But at the end, and then she was mad why I stopped asking for sex. Why was playing a video game all of a sudden better than having sex or asking for sex? Exactly because of that. Every time I ask for sex, she can say no. And this is okay, everything. But if you ask once, 2, 3, 4 times as a man, and she says no, and then you wait, I don't know, whatever it is, she doesn't communicate, just she doesn't want at that time sex, you actually stop asking. This is a normal reaction, because it's no today, it's no tomorrow, it's not why should I going on asking? If you don't want, if you want, tell me. But no, some women are still requiring and having this, I don't know exactly this kind of mindset, but yeah, you should always ask. You should, and she will say no. And then if she wants sex, she chooses, then it's yes. And you don't know when this is. Is it tomorrow? Is it today? Is it in the evening? Is it in the morning? Is it in the middle of the night? Is it next week? Is it in 2 months? And then she gives you BS about, yeah, you stopped asking for sex. You have maybe some other girl. You are hey, wait. If you refuse 6 or 7 times out of 10 times I'm asking, I stop asking because you don't want to talk, you don't want, and so there is, I think every normal guy is like, okay, you don't want it, I F it. So this is a big difference, man, woman. Men ask, women choose. And if later on if you split up and something like this comes up, yeah, you didn't ask, or this one time, long time ago you stopped asking, I want it, but how do I know do you want it? When you refusing 8 times out of 10 times that I ask, hey, I have enough asking. It's like, okay, you don't want it, what's the problem? Maybe you get really bored as a man, as a guy, when you're getting refused too often. Doesn't. There is also, okay, stress, work, lots of stuff can happen. But in my past relationship with her, it was like, yeah, you should always ask, I will choose yes or no. Okay, I'm even okay with this. But if you ask 10 times and out of 10 times 7 are no, or often very no, I even didn't count actually. It was just in a period when I stopped asking, because yeah, it was no, not yet, not now, not da, 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 da. And then you stop asking. So remember this: men ask, women choose. Communicate this. If you as a guy see that it happens too often, she will not tell you this. When you stop asking, she will not tell you this. She will just get mad. You will not know why, but she will get mad. And then if everything goes down, then she's going to tell you, you didn't do this, you didn't want sex with me, you didn't try. Hey, if you refuse me, then why should I try anymore? If I see that you often more refuse me than you want, then I wait a month, 2 months, 3 months, no problem. I don't care. But you didn't want. Then let's see, maybe you are in the mood next month. So please, guys, tell this. I made a mistake. I didn't tell this. I experienced it, but I didn't bring it up. I didn't tell, hey, listen to me, you are refusing. Every time I ask, you're refusing. So when is this right time to ask? Maybe, I don't know, planet constellation, star constellation, weather, time, afternoon, night, Saturday, Friday, Monday, whatever it is, bring it up. It's better first that you bring it up, because women don't bring it up, they're just angry. They're giving you shit for it, like, you didn't ask, you have another. They may be also jealous, they think you cheating on her or whatever. So be aware of this. What was else that I want there? I have to write stuff really down. Maybe I did write it down. Teacher, no. Yeah, there is some topics that I want, because I'm an IT guy, about technology, what I'm going to teach my children and everything. I'm sorry, I'm still jumping a bit topics. Those are my first videos. I also practice. It's very interesting. The first time I actually see how do I behave when I talk, and I think making YouTube videos is a good way also to teach yourself exactly that, what I want for my kid. Is my name is my brand, the personal branding, the future of you as individual, and what you have to offer in any kind of social and business work, or whatever. It's going to be very important who you are, what you are, who follows you, for what follows you, what do you talk, everything like this. So I'm jumping a bit here topics. I'm also a bit when some past stuff comes up, since I was really disappointed when I got divorced, and I telling every guy to watch out for this, because there is always this assumption that men actually don't care that much, and I think that men do actually really care up a certain age. You can't be a man with 24, 25, you're just having fun, girls and everything. But if you're like 35, 40, yeah, you can still be, depending also how you are. But there is also this, men want to be alone, but not alone. So sometimes we just want to be alone, but we still want to have a person near us. So we are quiet, we are not women. Women are women, men are men. Sorry, it's like this. Maybe one day it's going to change. We interact different as with women, than women. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. You know this book. It's a good book actually. And all this relationship stuff is really hard to not to understand, but to go through this. It's really hard sometimes, and I got a big disappointment. I was also thinking this is going to be the love of my life until the end, but she disappointed me a lot. And when this went down, I saw how self-absorbed, egoistic she is as a person, with feelings, with everything. She is everything right, I'm everything wrong. I brought everything to the table, she brought only herself. I gave her everything. She was like, blah, blah, blah. This is like it should be. No. Look exactly what the other person brings to the table. If you bring 90% of everything and she is like only herself, then think about it. And what you have to actually lose. I lost a lot. Actually, it's not the money. I don't care about the money. Money you can have, you can lose it, everything. It's exactly this, that I brought so much from myself, from helping, doing, giving, sharing what I have, and it's like, who cares? From her side, it's like she went for this other guy after 3-4 months. When I got into deep shit, and that showed actually how she is. That was the disappointment, that only her but for herself was important. And then she brought even more. I was talking to her, and then she was like explaining why and everything. And then when you know a person for some years and she's lying to your face, you know the exact voice, what she uses when, or he, but she, in this configuration it was she, what tone voice she uses when she lies. And then you see that her former life, everything, and also past time, you know exactly what the hell are you talking? Why are you trying to sell me this story? Because you know exactly it isn't like this. It's completely different. It's completely the opposite of that, what she tells you. It's like, and then you're like watching through this person like she's some kind of, mirage. And And then you also ask yourself, how stupid I was to love this person, and why? Yeah, love is like that. So, if you don't want to get hurt, if you don't want to lose, even if it's not much, but still a lot more than the other person brings to the table. If there is some red flags, especially if she doesn't get along with her family, hates her father, hates everybody, as soon as you turn she's nice, but as soon as or also she's nice to some friends, and then as soon as she turns, it's like, oh, you know, this one, and talking bad, and this one, everything is bad, and everything is some other's fault, never her fault. There is no, you never hear from this person, yeah, I did wrong, I could do it better, I couldn't do that. Those don't get in a relationship with those people. Like they are toxic. There is no normal person is perfect. Everybody makes mistakes, everybody learns from his mistakes, everything. But if a person always thinks they did always everything right, never did something wrong, and selling you this kind of story that yeah, this was, and he did on the past relationship was because he was blah blah blah, and he did this and that, and yeah, watch out, don't fall in love, because when you're in love you get quite blind. I was blind. I was so much in love that I was blind, and that was a big mistake that I pay now. And I don't pay it with I tell you, it's not the money. It's not, even if I have more, I don't even mind to share. I don't mind to give because of the kid and everything. It's really not about money and stuff and something. It's the disrespect that such a person brings to this what you did good. It's like you didn't do nothing. It's like, why are you existing even? You're just now a problem for her, or her freedom, or whatever. Or she's like, yeah, you know. And especially if as a man she's with another guy that is a that's not better than you. If a guy has a neck tattoo and shits in his pants when he sees you, then forget it. I better don't tell anymore. And if she chooses a guy that's not smarter, not bigger, not actually nothing except one thing, and I think women who getting near to her 40s, 36, 37, they look, not all of them, but they look a guy for a better guy, a guy who she tells him jump and he asks how high. And my former wife, she found exactly such a guy, because, and it's sometimes even funny, it's like, damn it, this guy is not, he doesn't even have a wife, never was married, doesn't have kids, maybe unable to have kids, I don't know. She doesn't want to have more kids, that I'm sure about that, especially not with him. And then you ask yourself, what the hell, why did I lose so much time? So the verdict of this, I think it's the right it's the right word, verdict. Watch out with who you have serious relationships, and especially who you marry, and with who you want to share everything that you have in your life, even if it's not much. But if it's still much more than this other person has, it's a lot. So, guys, also women, watch out. If you had a guy who does everything for you because he loves you, because he wants to have kids with you, with everything, and then you choose some douchebag after him, don't wonder when stuff goes worse then from this point on. Because this guy who really loved you, who was really there for you, he was really there for you. And if you have a douchebag and who's just pretending to be tough or something, don't wonder if stuff goes down then, if something wrong. But maybe you earn it. I don't know. Life can be very interesting and very painful, but we survived this with experience, with toughness, and be smart. Don't be stupid like I was. I'm also learning my whole life. I'm 46, I'm still learning. So my advice, watch out, don't fall quick in love, be rational, and have a nice day. Go work out a bit if it's sunny, if not, do something productive for you. It's going to be okay. See you.